there's already plenty of drama headed into the Minnesota Vikings showdown with the Philadelphia Eagles Monday night in Philly, because you got the Jalen Reagor trade, former first-round pick taken ahead of Justin Jefferson, sent to the Vikings, revenge game in Philly, all that stuff, and then also the game that shall not be talked about. And then, of course, I got the Sam Bradford trade. That's the face I make when I wake up in the middle of the night. Like, a lot. And then, of course, the Justin friggin' Jefferson being drafted directly after Jalen Reagor. And that was the last time that Spielman and Zimmer had a good laugh. It's good times, man. But Howie Roseman decided to add, just kick it up a notch, Emerald style, bam, as the Zach Berman, whatever. The Eagles signed defensive end Janarius Robinson to the active roster off the Vikings practice squad ahead of the Vikings game. He takes Derek Barnett's spot on the roster. Barnett heads to IR. Robinson was a blah, blah, blah fourth-round pick. So we all will know the story. Now, the Eagles unfortunately lost defensive end Derek Barnett, the pride of Tennessee. Ironically, he was the draft pick, the first-round draft pick, number 14 overall, that the Eagles got in the Sam Bradford trade. And then also, Barnett was the guy who had the strip sack of Case Keenum when the Vikings was in the red zone when they're only down 14-7. That really broke the game open, so that's ironic. But he tore his ACL. The Eagles needed a little bit of help and depth on the edge, and Janarius certainly checks that box, where Janarius Robinson, fourth-round pick out of Florida State last year, was waived 53-man cutdowns because Kwesi prioritized his draft picks, his UDFAs, and it just didn't quite work out. Spielman draft pick, and it just never really clicked with him in the offseason training camp, and the Vikings went super deep at edge rusher. But I think that he has a chance to fit in. So with Barnett going down, the Eagles' edge rushers are Josh Sweat, stud, Brandon Graham, longtime stud, as well as Teron Jackson coming out of Coastal Carolina. So I think maybe Janarius could get into the mix, and they already have a phenomenal defensive line with Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, Jordan Davis, the rookie, in the mix as well. And Janarius, he can stand up, he can be hand in the dirt, etc. But I think the most important thing here is the Eagles trying to get some insight on what Ed Donto's defense is going to do, because they only have one game of tape really outside of preseason, which of course is vanilla, but one game of tape when the Vikings dismantled the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers. So they're going to squeeze Janarius to try and get a little bit of thought process of what's going on with the defense, as well as, of course, Janarius in practice every single day in training camp going up against Kevin O'Connell offense. This is what the thinking is always is, where a player is signed or traded for or whatever from a team right before the team that's acquiring him plays his former team. So we'll see. Anyways, I think it's a good spot for Janarius overall. I think the Vikings were a little bit too deep at edge rusher with Janarius, and Zadarius, Daniil, Patrick Jones second, DJ Wanham, Luigi Villain on the active roster. So Janarius probably wasn't going to get the time of day here, but the timing is always suspect, man. It's just like Howie just does it again, just really twisting the screws on the Vikings, but just sort of is what it is. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Eagles signed Janarius Robinson off the Vikings practice squad to their 53-man roster right ahead. What a coinky-dink, right ahead of the Monday Night Football Showdown. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Eagles, why are you so obsessed with us, man? Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo, but until next time, Skull Production Value.